Hello! Welcome everyone to stream, to Wednesday stream. Hello, how's it going? How's everyone doing today? How's everyone's week been so far? All y'all in the American South, how's the snow doing? How are you dealing with the snow, guys? People in Florida. Tiring. It is the middle of the week, so understandable. We're back with more Ace Attorney. God, I feel like it's been so long since I played. What happened last time? There was some gas. That's all I remember. Oh, right. Larry showed up. Sure, yes. He almost got accused of the crime, but then they shifted their focus onto somebody else. So now we just have to, I guess, keep investigating, I think. But so far, there was some, like, gas leak, some chemicals. There's this thing about the two rooms being very similar. And it has something to do with the case 18, or was it 18 years ago? I don't remember how many years they said it was, but like a long time ago when Edward's father was still here with us, R.I.P. But yeah, I think that's a good summary. So let's just start getting into it, cause I want to go play ZZZ today. I need to go do my girl Astra Yao's story. Okay. They sure are taking their time. I thought this was supposed to be a 10-minute recess. Sorry to keep you losers waiting. Oh, look who it is. It's the clown. But wait no longer. I want to race to find Alicia Scone, and here she is. Hello, dears. This lovely young man said you wanted to speak to me. Delicious Scone, purveyor of the most wondrous wares a pharmacist can offer, at your service. Oh, she's not pretending to be a baker. Oh, I mean, she's still dressed like one. Alicia to my pals, and even Miss Delicious to some. You can call me the winner. I'll call you whatever I want. He's so cringe. I can't hate him. He's so cringe. It's impossible to hate him. Alright, Winnie Pooh, whatever you say. Lovely to meet you, dearie. So much for calling me the winner. Oh, have we met before, young man? Get a little of this, Delicia. That's Miles Edgeworth, Gregory's son. Well, I never. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mousy Smiles. If you must address me by my given name, just Miles would do. He's already miffed by her. Oh, Gregory Pegleg's boy, and all grown up too. Make me feel my age, why don't you? I wonder just how old she is. Your dad wondered the same thing. Eustace, I believe we have some questions for our pharmacist. Oh yeah, what brings you to the gallery today, Miss Scone? Why, I came to see dear old Moody Judy, of course. See, okay, so I was thinking about this before stream. I don't know who's sus right now. Like, I can't say for sure, but Judy, this girl, does give my gut a very suspicious feeling. I have like nothing actually like on her, like I don't know why she did it or how she did it, or, like all of that. She just gives me an off feeling. I'd say Judy did. Yeah, she's the only one currently that I'm sus of, but I have like no reason to sus her. We've been fast friends for 18 long, it is 18 years, and no one's gonna stop me visiting her now. I understand you helped look after Mr. Gusto in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Oh, I didn't do much really, just whipped up a quick antidote for the dear old doctor. Wow, you can make an antidote just like that? Oh yes, dear. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can throw together just about any medicine you like. Certainly helped that the medical room was well equipped though. Wow, how specific. Wow. What is she doing here if she's that good of a pharmacist? We were much better off treating him here than losing vital minutes taking him to the hospital. Anyways, we did what we could. The rest, well, that's up to him. Do you know the victim, Miss Delicious? Oh yes, well, sort of. It's been 18 years since I last saw him. Apparently he's famous now. One of the best confectioners in the world, or so they say. Interesting, so he's a well-known public figure. Oh yes, dear, he was on the news and everything. Confectionery crafting king of the world, they say. Wow, so the old dog really went to Zhongfa and upped his game, just like he said he would. Zhongfa mentioned again. Perhaps we could proceed to the matter at hand. Miss Scone, are you familiar with a substance known as Infesticide Ultra? Of course, dear. You use it to get rid of you-know-whats. Oh, it's awfully strong though, that's why I don't sell it in the shops. Why did I ask what you mean by you-know-whats? The little blighters that threaten life out of poor innocent ladies like yours truly. Oh, she's afraid of cockroaches, I guess? Or insects? Ghastly little creatures running around people's nice clean kitchens and terrorizing them. Oh, I get it. Oh, what? Why can't you guys mention the name? Thank you, Miss Scone. One more question if you want. They're like, it's like they're talking about fucking Voldemort. Does she mean me? What are you doing here, Dilly? Go take a shower. Are you aware of what happens when the chemicals asphyxian and ubiquitin are combined? Oh, yeah? It's right there in the Infesticide Ultra instructions. Do not mix with products containing ubiquitin ever. You're live on the projector right now. Say hi, kids. There's no way. Are you actually? There's no way. I'm not saying hi to those to them damn kids. Because if you do, they react with each other and make a horrible poisonous gas. What was it again? Effects of inhalation include respiratory complications and, well, death. Well, this is surely... Oh, this is an interesting educational stream for your students. Fine, I'll leave. You remember some kid's name? I don't think they care about me. No, don't leave, Dilly. I was joking. I was joking. Oh, hi. Hi, Dilly's class. Oh, I ruined Dilly's day. Okay. Okay, well, tell your kids to put all their noggins together and solve this case for me, please. Poor Augustine very nearly didn't make it. To make that much gas, you need, oh, probably 500 milliliters of each chemical, I'd say. You're certainly talks like a skilled pharmacist. They just said a slur! Did they call me a slur? There's no way. Take me off the projector right now. I'm probably joking, but like, yes. Ubiquium's awfully thick and sticky, and it heats up very quickly needed. Oh, quickly indeed. Sorry, I read that wrong. Can't English. Someone got detention? What, did that just happen in the 2 seconds? Play the game I want. Focus on your damn class, okay? Otherwise more of them will get sent to detention for saying slurs. It's also bright red and smells minty fresh. Oh, and cheap as chips. That's why they use it in everything. Asphyxia is more watery. It's white in color. Wait, this is like important information she's giving us. That will do, thank you. You are clearly well informed, Miss Scone. As well I should be, Jerry. After all, Infesticide Ultra is made by the company I work for. Oh, stop talking, lady. Just shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Oh, but before you get the wrong idea, they don't go around handing out free samples. Yeah, white liquid. Yeah. And there was something about it being very sticky. Yes. No, wait, that's the other one. That's the other one. That's the red one. Say it's awfully terribly dangerous. Somebody fucking banned Dilly. I think they should send Dilly to detention, actually. I'm gonna delete that comment. How do I delete this message? Oh, if I just click delete, it only deletes that one, right? It doesn't delete Dilly from the stream. Okay, I did it. Okay. Oh, get that out of here. Was this a family-friendly channel? I'm running on 2 hours of sleep on a hinge. Oh, yeah, you're running. Apparently, Dilly's running on 2 hours of sleep and also no shower, by the way. So you know is stanky up there. As I say, it's awfully terribly dangerous. You couldn't buy it even if you wanted to. Yes, Miss Scone, very interesting. I think that tells us all we need to know. Strange, I thought she suspected Miss Scone. Oh no! Who is she suspecting? But something in that smell makes me wonder if she has some other angle in mind. What is it, Detective Flatfoot? Any developments to report? Yes, sir. Turns out the sculpture's glass display case is open from the top. That's rather unusual. And the temperature inside can be adjusted too, all the way down to 0 degrees. The Pisces case was kept at 26 degrees. Dang near got my hand stuck to it. We're lucky you escaped alive. Anything more relevant to the case? Oh my god, he's so nice to Gumshoe. Why is he so nice to it? Yeah, they found something on the underside of the top part of the Pisces case. Traces of ubiquitum. Oh, now we're talking. The only prosecutor being nice to a detective. And it's only because he's stupid as hell. He's nothing going on up there in that head of his. That's odd. If there was ubiquitum stuck to it, it should have stayed stuck. After all, at 26 degrees, it would have been frozen solid. Oh, somebody was melting it off, I guess. That's what the blowtorch is for. It would, huh? So how do things wind up as they are now? They K might be to help us figure out just that. Or at least Mr. Thief might. You guys are that desperate to get on my good side, huh? Fine, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but take it away. It's like, I don't know what you're saying, but okay. Wait a second, why do I love him so much? He's so funny. Can't believe I'm taking orders from this guy, but whatever, anything for the truth. He's so relatable. Before you get too carried away, he doesn't know a single thing. The goddess of justice has no need of your help. We will find the truth ourselves. Ouch, why so frosty, Judge G? Your baby prosecutor just gave us a big thumbs up. What's the issue? Oh, wait. Don't tell me the committee has some dirty little secret doesn't want us finding out. I am not required to explain myself to you. Okay, yeah, 100% they have a secret. She doesn't want us to know. But if you feel that you absolutely must participate in the investigation, perhaps you can prove to me that it would be worth our while to keep you around. What exactly does she have in mind here? Who triggered the release of the poison gas? If you can answer this question, I will consent to your participation in the investigation. Hang on, wait. What do you mean who? I don't know who. Was it that guy? That was in here? The victim? The guy that got gassed? Every time Gavel gives info, all I hear is the Lego movie blah 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 meme. Don't you just hear you just hear the blah 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 meme whenever there's text on screen because you don't want to read it. You heard the lady. Smiles. Somebody opened the Pisces case and let out that gas. Considering what we learned so far, there's only one person it could possibly be, no? Yes, the answer is disputable. In that case, please kindly provide it now. Who released the poison? It was our victim. It was him, right? Right. That's the other thing I didn't consider. Why was he doing what he was doing?
Take that!
The victim, Carmela Gusto, is the only person to have entered the Autumn Wing. Thus, only he could have opened the case. Correct. That appears to be the only logical answer. Okay, this is my dumbass Tears of Themis brain. Okay, every time they say Autumn Wing, I just see Artem Wing, and he's one of the guys in Tears of Themis. He's my second favorite out of the four. Ah, yes, the brain rot. Yes, you know, yeah, nobody asked, but yes, he's my second favorite. Very well, I will permit your participation in this investigation to continue. However, if at any point I feel you are contributing nothing of value, you will be removed immediately. I gotta actually teach class now. Have fun. Good luck with class, Dilly. It was nice having you here, even if for a little while. Understood. Even if Mr. Gusto did open the case, we still have no idea why. Is she gonna start blaming the victim now? She is actually victim blaming. How dare you leave, Dilly? Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, tell me what you want to see. Yeah, who's gonna delete comments now? Let's use the data we've collected to recreate the scene before the poison gas went off. On it! Okay, already pulling out Little Thief? So early, oh wow. Ooh. Don't scare me like that! Oh, Eustace. If you're scared, you can go home, you know that, right? Sorry. My water is too hot today. I have to let it I have to let it cool before I can drink it. Otherwise I'm gonna burn my tongue. So this is what you were talking about, you're Mr. Thief. Let's begin by examining the Pisces sculpture. There's a generous amount of ubiquium frozen to the underside of the top part of the case. Yeah, which is what's keeping the lid on real tight. The actual glass lid is all cracked though, right? Somebody really went to town in your little house there, huh, Pisces? Do we have any idea how the glass lid might have come to be so cracked? Well, it doesn't look like the outer facing side of the glass suffered any damage. I see, so we have a cracked piece of glass that we know was ice cold on its inner facing side. We also know that it wasn't damaged in any direct way on its outer surface. Thoughts? Ice cold makes me think of the way you glare at people, sir. Could it have something to do with how some glass, when it gets too hot or too cold, suddenly it like cracks? You know what I mean? I think in the process of somebody, probably the victim, using the blowtorch to melt off the ubiquium that's stuck on there, it cracked the glass in the process because the glass got way too hot since it was really cold in there. Cracks make me thinks about those deeply etched lines on your foreheads. Kay, can you stop calling him old? He's sensitive. It was cracked by the heat expansion. Oh, there we go. Yeah, heat expansion. Applying heat to ice cold glass from the outside will cause it to crack. Well, I appreciate the science lesson, but why is it all heat cracked in the first place? Somebody was trying to melt off the ubiquium, doll. Why, indeed, a heat cracked glass lid lined on its underside with frozen ubiquium. You look like that cat that got the cream, Miles Areno. You know what happened, don't you? I certainly do, and what's more, I know how Mr. Gusto opened the case. What? Well, you didn't give me a chance to figure it out first! Too late, too slow, Eustace! Would have been quite the wait. Yeah, he's never gonna figure that shit out. Well, don't keep it to yourself, Edward. Want answers? How did... a blowtorch, right? There's nothing else I could do, right? I think it's the blowtorch. Take that. Yeah, there you go. The blowtorch showed signs of having been used recently when it was found here in the autumn art. Almost read R10 wing. Autumn wing. Stop! I didn't stop thinking about Tears of Themis. I think it's likely that it was used on the glass lid, causing it to crack. A blowtorch? Who uses a blowtorch to open a glass case? Oh, I get it. Mr. Gusto was trying to melt the frozen ubiquium so he could open the lid. Indeed. Okay, I can't believe Kay figured this out. I was so stunned I had to take a moment to think about it. You beat me to the answer by a second. We'll see who wins in the end. Don't try to tell us you nearly had it. You didn't have a clue. Nuh-uh! You really... Bro, really nuh-uh. It was Edgeworth making it hard to understand. Okay, would you mind updating the recreation so that Mr. Wiener can follow along too? Sure, sure. Just for him. Alright, here goes. Yeah, he's a visual learner. Just like me. Okay, there he is. Mr. Gusto was alone in the autumn wing, and while he was in here, he used his blowtorch to melt the frozen ubiquium on the underside of the lid. And... Okay, Okay, that one, creepy ass sight. As the ubiquium melted, it mixed with the asphyxia that was already present inside the glass case, thereby producing our poisonous gas. When Mr. Gusto has finally managed to open the lid, he wouldn't release the gas and poison himself. He made it as far as the fountain room where he collapsed. So he opened the case and out came the gas, huh? Seems we got there in the end. But why the heck a doodle did he want to open the case in the first place? I'm not sure. In fact, we don't even know what his ultimate goal was. I'm thinking he might have come here for the same reason I did. To check out not the autumn wing, but the winter wing. You remember, right? I thought this was where the winter wing was when we first got here. Caught you out too, did it? I was ever so confused, what with it being where Chiliwink's room was all those years ago. There's even the same little tree in front of the blessed door. Who wouldn't be all at 6s and 7s, eh? What the fuck is she talking about? Oh, I forgot she's British. Did everyone involved with the IS-7 incident make the same mistake? I think we need to go and take another look at the winter wing. Time to go see how quickly I can convince Mr. Wiener, I suppose. Eureka! Ladies and gentlemen, I have the answer. The answer to what? Exactly. The man was going to end it all. Oh, Eustace. Oh, my boy. A dramatic exit stage left, sort of artsy fartsy farewell. What a convoluted way to do that. Hang on, let him cook. Have you been listening at all this whole time? At my level, I barely need to listen to a word. I still understand exactly half of what's going on. Exactly half of what's going on. Perhaps I can explain a few of the finer details to you later, Eustace. Winner's prerogative. Even Gambit's like, hang on. Winners? Oh, sure, thanks. I can't take him seriously. Thank you indeed. I find it always best to leave things like child wrangling to a professional. If they're gonna have a child on the scene, I miss Francisca. In the meantime, don't you have something to tell Mr. Edgeworth and his friends? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. What is it now? I took the liberty of investigating our friendly pink pharmacist here. Or rather, I had one of my underlings do it for me. That's nothing to brag about, you know. Shut up! Can't you see I'm talking? Oh my god. Kay like messes with him so much. Anyways, let's put a pin in my suicide theory for now. Yeah, I have something more important to tell you. It's it was Miss Delicious who set up the poison gas trap. How could you say that? I was greatly saddened to learn of this, Miss Scone. Your profession is one dedicated to saving lives, and yet used your expertise to try to take one. I beg your pudding. How dare you? I did no such thing. Perhaps you could explain, Mr. Wiener. You bet I can't get a load of this. It's a pharmacist industry for you. Yeah, honestly, big pharma. Yeah, not that far off. This is Miss Delicious's pharmacist license. And it says it right here that she's authorized to handle Infesticide Ultra. Product that we have established contains asphyxion, one of the ingredients of our poison gas. Exactly. It's almost impossible for ordinary people to get a hold of that stuff. But Miss Delicious is no ordinary person. She's a card-carrying pharmacist. I didn't do it. This is all just a terrible misunderstanding. Objection. And that's not all. There was a bottle of Infesticide Ultra in the victim's pocket. What do you know? It's covered in your fingerprints. Oh, hang on. That's interesting. She's hiding something from us. We know that you and Miss Bound took the victim to the medical room. What better moment to slip the bottle into his pocket, huh? No. There was only one person on the premises licensed to carry Infesticide Ultra, and that was you, Miss Scone. Furthermore, you are acquainted with Miss Bound, the owner of the gallery. meaning you would have had access to the building and ample opportunity to prepare your trap. No, dear, listen, you don't understand. That Pesticide Ultra was stolen from me. Lying will only lengthen your sentence, Miss Scone. I'm not lying. Oh, it's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it. She looking for? That's not it. That's not it. Why do you have the cloth? That cloth looks familiar. Oh, here we go. I knew it was in here somewhere. Look. What is this? There's something written on it, I think. April 1. Complaint filed. Offense. Theft. Item stolen. Infesticide Ultra. 1 bottle. If something as lethal as that is stolen, shouldn't that be more of a police investigation rather than a complaint that's been filed for that? What? It's a crime report related to a theft. A what? See, you silly billies, I told you somebody pinched it off me a week ago. I guess you did go to the police. You really think the police can deal with that? True, I forget the police is in this world. I forget what they're like. But what you mean to say that it was not in your possession at any point today? That's exactly what I mean to say. I think the bottle you found might be the one I lost. I always have some in my medicine bag just in case, you know. I'm supposed to keep my bag locked up tight, but well, I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. Thanks to silly old me, someone's gone and mixed up a cloud of poison gas with this. Hey, hang on. Does she wear gloves? Just in case. I see, but why on earth would you carry such a hazardous substance around with you? Like I said, just in case. You never know when one of them might appear. Oh, she's like, oh, for the cockroaches. You mean the gassy little creatures that run around in people's nice clean kitchens type of them? Why can't they just say the word cockroach? What is this actually a Voldemort situation? You could just roll up a newspaper and whack, one and done. Scavel, what do I do now? Oh, of course. I think perhaps it might be wise to confirm the authenticity of the crime report just to be safe. Can't hurt to verify Miss Skull's story after all. She may be lying. Oh, good idea. All right, I'm gonna go give the precinct a call. Don't go anywhere. God, Eustace. So Miss Skull might not be guilty after all. Indeed, if she really were... That's not how really is spelled. Sorry. I was just thinking, I was like, wait, there should be 2 L's in really, right? Okay. If she really were the ones who set up the poison gas trap, then I highly doubt she would have used a method that directly implicates her. So who do you think did it, Smiles? Someone with knowledge of the victim's likely behavior and the time and means to prepare. 2 factors which point to one very specific person. Oh yeah? Who might that be? That means to steal the... It has to be her, right? There's nobody else. Has to be Larry. It's her. Okay, finally we put... Wait, but the way... I think it's still pretty early on in the case. Implicating her this early is so weird.
Take that.
Surely only Miss Bound, the proprietor of these premises, could possibly have prepared in such a way. We'll need some solid evidence to support such a theory, nonetheless. So it was her, huh? Strange, it's like he already knew. Did they suspect her in the past too? Oh! Ew, nice shooting, Malzarino. I might have to make that associate position a permanent deal. I knew she was sus, bro. I didn't trust her a single moment. That is not what I was hoping for. I'm back with results. The police have confirmed that the theft really was reported and logged, which means we may have been a little hasty with some of our conclusions, team. He's so stupid. You mean that every single one of your conclusions proved to be hogwash? No, I mean... Oh, then what's our next move? Well, first we need to go talk to Miss Bound, duh. And then I'll think about what to do after that. Eustace, Mr. Gusto's real destination appears to have been the Winter Wing. Perhaps it would be worth having someone investigate that room more thoroughly. Oh yeah, we should totally do that. Flatfoot, go investigate the Winter Wing. Yes, sir. Cavell, we're gonna go talk to Miss Bound. Very good, Eustace. She's actually just training him. This is just field exercises for him. We'll join you if you don't mind. Alright, you have your orders. Go talk to Bound for me. Why is she letting other people interview her? Hey, Mr. Wiener, were we gonna talk with her ourselves? Sure, but I thought, why not let the grunts handle the grunt work, you know? Grunt work? This is your job! You need to talk to them! Means I can just sit back and wait for the report. A winning strategy. You spoiled little... Oh my god, Idris is actually angry. He's so exhausting. I need a break. Oh, how do you think I feel, Kay? How do you think I feel? Huh? There's something in the fountain. Oh my god, that's the real murder! Wait! Isn't he the victim from years... Wait, no. Who's that guy? What on earth? Order in the court. Somebody call forensics. Bad news, sir. Real bad news. Order. I will have order, detective. Shut the fuck up. You're not Sunday. The ice sculptures in the Winter Wing. They've all melted. What? Huh? Oh no. It just got really, really bad all of a sudden. What is the meaning of this? Now we have 2 victims? Hey, talk about deja vu. It's just like 18 years ago. Even the ice melted again. Again? This is like some weird rerun. Same people, same everything. Except we don't have Gregory with us. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is no coinkydink. You're with me, right, Miles? I am. And I think the answer is lying in the IS-7 incident itself. In fact, I'm convinced of it. Great minds think alike. Alrighty then. Time for another trip down memory lane. Oh! He's back! He's back! We're gonna go back to Gregory Edgeworth. What the heck? Yeah, what the heck is going on here? I'm so confused. That lady definitely sus as hell. I can't believe the IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case. Or that it's been 18 long years since. Yeah, didn't the victim earlier look like him? 18 years later? What is going on? There's no way the body could have preserved that long. A murder at a confectionery contest of one of the participants, no less, Artie Frost. They pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was part of Samson Tangaroa's chocolate tableau. He'd been hit in the head with a large rock salt lamp and subsequently bled to death. We found the lamp hidden inside the candy castle Delicious Scone had made for the contest. But then, before anyone had a chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creations has melted clean away. There is evidence hidden. There's some sort of evidence hidden in the sculpture. That's why it keeps melting. He's back! There he is! All of Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out, and in those uncertain terms. So what do we do now, Mr. E? Can't believe he just upped and kicked us out. Von Karma's a total jerk. Yeah, we know, Fender. He's even worse than a jerk. Now, Eddie. It's always the job of the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene. Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should all be working together to find the truth. Can't assume that everybody's aims are the same as your own. You may wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. But what if somebody innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth? It can happen, we're all human, police and prosecutors included. Which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in such situations, to be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless. Now, we may not be able to investigate the Winter Wing as hoped, but that doesn't mean we give up. I miss Phoenix Wright, honestly. Oh my god. This just makes me miss Phoenix Wright so much. I want another Ace Attorney mainline game, please. You're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry. I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth. You're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough. I will, I promise. Oh, speak of who this is. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up. I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means. Wait a second, why do these chocolates keep showing up? Are they important? Whoa, you're the best, Miss Bound. Oh! Wait a second. This showed up several times earlier. Tangaro's favorite, handmade by Bound, rather misshapen, incredibly sweet. Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help, although these are a little too sweet for my liking. Oh, he's just like me for real, Gregory. We should get married. And a little uniquely shaped. I'm sorry if they're not to your taste. No way, they're great. They're so sweet. You're very kind. Imagine me of all people, a mediocre confectioner. What? You mean you made these yourselves? Yes, Samson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Keeping him supplied with his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Although he does spend most of the time coaching me on how to improve my technique. Mr. Tangaro sure is a lucky guy. Getting to eat homemade sweets made by the one and only Judy Bound whenever he wants sounds amazing. Sorry, did you say something? Nope, not at all. Nothing at all. Dear sweet Eddie, you really do have still have a lot to learn. Seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangaro, Miss Bound. Of course! What right would I have to stay here otherwise? Oh, I thought they were married this entire time. Okay, well, okay. What do you mean by that? I was abandoned as a baby and Mr. Tangaro took me in. Oh, she's that young? Okay, well, that was weird. That's right. One snowy Christmas Eve many years ago, he found me on the steps of this very mansion. He saved my life and became the father I never had. I can never repay him, so my work for him is the least I can do. And I'll be here for him as long as he needs me. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. And then you killed him, probably. Oh no, wait, she didn't kill him. She killed the other guy. I must be getting old. I'm welling up a little myself. Oh, Gregory! Edgeworth would not give a fuck. He would be like, can we move on? And to think today is Christmas Eve. And I can't even give him his present in person. I'd do anything to save him, anything. Please, if there's something I could do to help, just say it. Very grateful, Miss Bound. Perhaps you could help us by answering a question. Did you know the victim? Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see some of his work, I have a picture of the sculpture he made for the final. My, they're stunning. Wait, are all our evidence gone from... Yeah, this is all our old evidence. Today of all days. Aren't they? I think they're masterpieces. Who would have thought you could make such intricate statues out of flavored ice? Is it? Technically, isn't that just regular ice? Because if you want to make it flavored ice, when it before you turn it into ice, just add flavoring into the water. So this is just like a regular ice sculpture, except if you eat it, it'll taste like something. Samson adored them too. Eyes. Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I didn't know you were keen on the constellations and the zodiac, Eddie. Oh, I love it. The stories those stars can tell. Take Gemini, for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called. And the arrow and the... Oh, hold up. The lyre doesn't have any strings. Did Mr. Frost forget to add them, maybe? That doesn't sound like something he'd forget to do. Wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't know him very well. Oh, well, he didn't seem like the type. She's hiding. She knows who he is. Seems you got something to hide, too. You took this photograph yourself, Miss Bound. Yes, I used this instant camera here. It develops the pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful. Oh, I love to see... Oh, wait. Theory time. What if she's after... What if... Hang on. How old is he? 38. 16. Could he be her real dad? I think maybe. It's a possibility. Because... Oh, I didn't know she was 16 here. Ooh. Why did I think she was 20 something? Okay, so I think maybe she's after... Maybe not after his like fortune or something. Maybe she just wants to like still be his quote-unquote adopted daughter, but then he came out of nowhere and be like, I'm your real dad, you come with me. And then she's like, no, and then she killed him. I'm making shit up, but like that's a possibility. Then why don't I take your picture? Yes, come on, Mr. E, let's get a shot of the both of us. Well, alright then. It would be a shame to waste a good hair day. Aww! Wait! He's so cute! Ready? Say cheese! There, all done. The picture's yours to keep, Mr. Fender. Oh my gosh, thank you so much! That's such a cool camera. Well, it's the only one we've got, so we use it for all our picture taking needs. Very convenient, but the lack of negatives is something of a shame. So if there aren't any negatives for us to reference, huh? I assume Mr. Tangaroo used the same camera during the contest. Yes, you assume correctly. He used it for some work-in-progress pictures of his seascape, and later to take some photos of the other contestants' work. But didn't you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? Didn't you discover the body while the judging was still underway? Yes. Samson wanted pictures of all the entrance completed rooms, but the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. So he asked me to go put in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were. In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected. Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way. But had he really though? There's something sus going on with this camera. I went to our living area to exchange the film, to change the film, and was passing through the fountain room on my way back when I heard the sound of something break and collapse. Samson, are you in here? Okay. Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police and I went to tell everybody else. And the camera's been with me ever since. Okay? I see. Grateful if you can lend us the camera and this picture, Miss Bound. Of course, here you go. Thank you. Oh, he's such a gentleman. Oh! Edworth, why did you end up like your dad? Why is Edworth such a smarty ass? Takes photos that develop instantly. Okay. Only 3 remaining. Has 20 exposures, only 3 remaining. Oh. Detective Bad, Miss Scone, are they done investigating? They're done with me, that's for certain. Big Meanie told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequin will be the end of me, the cheek of him. Nobody likes Von Karma. Has there ever been a single person that likes Von Karma? Guess he got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene. Did he run you off too, detective? Yeah, Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things his way with me around. Not even himself. Will Mr. Von Karma go as far as to exclude his own lead detective? Because he's making up evidence, duh. Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, he's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room. What about? But the fact that Miss Bound said she saw him going in there during the contest. Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room. That's right, I have to say he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to. Well, he's candidate number 1 at the moment, as the guy who melted Frost's work. Is that really why Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room? Interesting! In the past, he went into the room, and the ice melted, sculpture melted. And in the current time, he goes into the winter room, or what he thought was the winter room, to try to melt the ice, only to get interesting. Got a photo of the room right here. If you need it, it's all yours. Wait, what? Why would you just give it to us? I've gotta spell it out for you, kid. I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out. Detective. Really, Detective Bad? Mr. Montgomery won't be happy about this. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about him? Yeah, well, I'm not Montgomery's stooge. He's gonna stonewall my investigation, then I'm not gonna play by the book either. Oh my god, goat. What a goat. Can't let some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. Now, can I, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed, thank you, Detective Bad. Oh! Mutual respect earned! I love these two. Wow, I can't believe you won him over, Mr. E. Could never be Miles and Gumshoe. Well, I haven't the foggiest what you're all going on about, but here's to new friends, eh? It's definitely nice to have a good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at that photograph. Here. This is what Frost's room looks like right now. Hang on. Not only is the ice sculpture melted, the light projector is also missing. Yeah, it's no longer plugged in. Wait, weren't we missing one earlier? Don't remember, it's been so long. There's nothing left of his flavored ice sculpture but puddles. The floor appears to be completely covered in pale blue liquid. I should compare this with the photo I just borrowed. I assume- wait, why is the text on top? I assume that the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this. Yeah, once that was out of the socket, the display case lost power and up the temperature went. Okay, well... that around water can't be safe. Looks like they were all connected to the same power strip. You have any idea when it was unplugged? Nope, still working on that. Those sculptures were beautiful, what a waste. You can say that again. I should have taken a few more bites out of them while I had the chance. I forgot she's been eating. Not a few more bites, lady. So they tasted good. Did they ever? I've never tried ice so scrumptious in all my life. Really? Man, I wish I could have had a bite. Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable. Salty bit? And the other photo you got there, this bit, the harpy thing. Gemini's liar. Wait, that's why it had no strings? Because you ate them? Oh, she ate the strings. I didn't eat that much, you little cheeky little devil. I told you it was all horrible and salty. Why was the liar salty? Was he breaking the rules too? It's interesting that only one particular part of this sculpture tasted different from the rest. Wait, not her eating the statues actually is gonna help us with this. Sometimes being hungry is correct. Could somebody other than Miss Scone really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you notice anything else, Miss Scone? Come to think of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Chillywink's work. Oh! Is it... it's... PH. It's gonna be PH. It's 2 letters. Let me see if I can draw it for you. There we go. It looks like that. Yup, PH. It's almost like a signature or something. Wait. Please put it together. It's so obvious. I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that heart without strings. It's not the type to skip an important detail like that. I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound, but are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well? What? No, I barely knew him, I swear. Ooh. Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude toward his work. No, the sculpture was just so carefully made. I didn't think he'd miss something so important. Sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that. What makes you say that? If an item of evidence appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions, it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence. Well, I don't know what you're talking about if you don't share. Which two items point to Mr. Frost? Okay, this is the first. This one.
Take that.
And now the second one. This one.
Take that.
I didn't even think. So easy, so obvious. Miss Scone found 2 letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work. I guess not. That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Chili Wing statues had the letter PH carved into them, plain as day. PH? Shouldn't it be AF? You'd think so, but take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the crime scene. It seems reasonable, though, to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket. And when pressed into the surface of an item, it would leave behind the letters PH. It's the same pottery mark where we see imprinted on the bottom of the items in the tea set. The same pottery mark. We have already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Halik. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark any item out as a piece of his work. A fact of which you were well aware, correct, Miss Bound? Well, yes, I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He's never revealed his true identity in public, so it's the only way to know his works. Oh, look, she's pacing back and forth. You mean Paul Halik was... That's right, Detective. Artie Frost had another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least, as far as Miss Bound was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was in fact a famous sculptor, right? I'm gonna say, cause like, it's been a while. Mr. Frost was in fact none other than the famed sculptor Paul Halik. What? Mr. Frost and Paul Halik were the same person? It's not like the mark's hard to copy though. Anyone who's seen it could fake paint with it. Not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was. It was proof enough for Miss Bound. What matters is that she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct. Alright, I'll have the boys look into it. I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you admit it. You were aware of who Mr. Frost really was. I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seal. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Halik. Oh, sure. Oh, sure, that's when you knew. Imagine. His entries in a confectionery contest were his final legacy. A great man like that. And be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point? What? Why are you asking me that? Photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I like to know when it was taken. Oh. Why does she sound so defensive? It must have gotten a mix-up. I must have gotten a mix-up with the one Samson took during the judging.
Objection.
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging, and that you had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaro had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body. I suppose so. This suggests that you only took 2 pictures with the new film, one of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. But I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise. You do? Only took 2 pictures. Is it the camera? There's nothing else that... Nothing else that relates to this. I think it's the camera.
Take that.
The camera. You gave the picture of the body to the police, and a picture of Mr. Frost's room to me. Oh, and you gave us that picture you took of me and Mr. Edward too. Irrelevant, Eddie. 3 photographs in total, and yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining out of a total of 20. You took more pictures, and I want to know what of. Oh, right. Because when she went to get a new film, the film was new, and so like 17 pictures are unaccounted for right now. Not 17, like 14 or something. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you really were up to. I'm so sorry. I confess, I've been lying to you. These are all shots of Mr. Frost's room. I'm so sorry. Looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle. And when they were taken, I still hadn't melted yet. Me and Infinity Nikki. Every single angle, every single filter. Wait, don't tell me it was you. It was. At least I'm pretty sure it was. You are? Why? Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halik's work, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined with the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity. And how did that make them melt? I think I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing. By mistake, are you sure? I didn't notice it at the time, but well, how could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpieces? That seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. Yeah, me neither, Gregory. Yeah, X to doubt, for sure. But I'm not in a position to refute it either. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Please, don't worry about it. The important thing is that you told us the truth. Sure, truth. What he said, no hard feelings, Miss Bound. Thank you. Mr. Edward, picture is yours. Hope it helps. Ooh, let's look at the new picture. God damn it! Why would you? I'm gonna throw up. Shut the hell up! I need to look at the pictures first. My eye. Oh, it's only these 2 pictures. Yeah, aside from the missing projector and the unplugged stuff, nothing's really too different. And also the melted statues. Are you infernal nuisances still here? You don't know when to give up. Linger for as long as you like. The answer is still the same. You're not part of this investigation. Whether we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless. Seems you don't know when to shut up either, but I commend you on your stubbornness. I want to smack him in the head. Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting. What? What is the meaning of this? I'm so sorry. And to you, Mr. Gusto. No concern of mine. I didn't do anything, and Mr. Von Karma agrees. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us. Sure, I want to smack him so bad. I need to punch him just once. Silence, you are not to give the attorney even this tiniest shred of information. Judy Bound, you're coming with me. I have reason to believe that you are an accomplice with the accused, Samson Tangaroa. He's just pulling shit out of his damn ass! I'll be interrogating you personally, so you had better get your story in order. The fact that V is not capitalized in Von Karma is really weird to me. I understand. Wait, please, I'm not done questioning her myself. And you think I care? Bad Gusto and you Scone. I have questions for all of you and I expect answers. Fine by me. Oh, you could at least ask nicely, mannequins. Nobody likes him at all. He took literally everyone with him. Indeed, well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we got going anyway. It's rather late. Hope the snow has let up. Right, home time. I guess my stomach's in agreement too. Haha, alright, let's go grab a burger. Burger? Oh my god, they are in America. The way Edgeworth would never suggest a burger. Sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll need to be fighting fit for tomorrow. Yeah, Miles Edgeworth would never ask for a burger. Too commoner for him. We will indeed, and our first port of call will be with Mr. Tangaroa. That was a short segment. Oh, it's not over it. Okay. Edward wouldn't dare to use his bare hands to eat. Yeah, burgers are no go. He will not, like, he would never ever be caught dead eating a burger. My water has finally cooled down. December 25th, Christmas Day. Okay. Hey, it's Miss Bound. Oh, Mr. Fender. Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday. She looks rather tired. Has Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you? Yes, though he really only seemed interested in how I melted those sculptures. Are you here to see Mr. Tangaroa too? Yes, I'm terribly worried about him. Detective, what are you doing back there? Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the scene soon. Not sure just how anyone just happens to be at a detention center, but okay. Ah! What happened to him? Good morning. Mr. Tangaroa, what happened? Oh no, Samson, what they do to you? They didn't seem to want to let me sleep. I had no idea interrogations could be so involved. Sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little tired. Oh, poor dude. They're not letting you sleep. That's not police work, that's torture. What's going on here, detective? Me on the weekdays. I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy they put on the case before me. I like Montgomery's methods about just as about as you do. Which is why I'm doing what I can to help. It was Detective Bad who got me out of there. I'd be still in that interrogation room right now if it weren't for him. Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own ways. Oh, I miss Bad. Oh, I miss him. Such a goat. Alright, Eddie, let's share yesterday's finding with Mr. Tangaroa. Got it, Mr. E. My notepad is at the ready. Doesn't he eat all the notes? Mr. Tangaroa, we found out quite a bit if you'd like to hear. Oh, of course. I thank you. Are you alright? You seem kind of spaced out. I'm fine. I think my blood sugar might be running a little low. Samson. You have anything? Oh, okay. So I think the chocolate is not not relevant. It's just we need to give it this to it. Huh? Is that chocolate for me? Oh, those are the chocolates I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa, but the rules here don't exactly allow me to do so. Oh, that's a shame, but rules are rules, I suppose. Must be some way we can hand them to him. Detective Bat is noting the meaningful looks in his direction. Ugh. Fine, let me take a look at them. If they seem legit, I might consider passing them on to the suspect. Thank you, Detective. My hero! I'm touched. Thank you, Detective. Just watch him eat it in front of you. There's no way you can hide something in there. He'll eat 2 of them. Yeah, whatever. Just sit tight. Here. You don't know how much this means to me. Yeah, keep it down, will ya? For both of our sakes. Of course, Detective. I wouldn't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Oh, it's already at risk. Now to sample these treats. Detective, I apologize for putting you in a tight spot. I didn't do it for you. It was my call. Guess you're not such a bad guy after all. Oh, the sweetness. I feel like a man reborn. Were they your handiwork, Judy? Yes, how were they? Oh, he's singing. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? Felt like I was having a stroke. Does his hair turn back to normal now? I'm not singing this. I don't know the song. Listen, I'm more like Miles Edgeworth. I have no time for goofy bullshit. I lie. Delicious. And not exactly beautiful, but they're sweet and oh so flavorful. Thank you, Judy. I'm so glad you like them. Glad you're back to your old self. My apologies, friends. The food they serve here is just so flavorless. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about ready to collapse from sheer despair. Wow, is the food here really all that bad? I know Von Karma only eats bread and cheese. That's all he eats. Just the usual French fries, ham sandwich, stuff like that. Wait, that sounds pretty good! Yes, and yet I couldn't taste a thing. Anyways, I'm heading back to... Wait, he can't taste... Wait. Is that relevant? He has COVID! No! Could he not taste... food? Is he losing his sense of taste? Before you go, Detective, do you have any new information to share? Oh yeah, you were right about the victim's identity. Or he's just so, you know, stressed out that he's losing his sense of taste or something. But the pause made it seem like that was notable. Like there's something, that's something we need to remember. Frost worked as a sculptor in France, where he was known as Paul Halique. Artie Frost was Paul Halique? I never would have imagined. Or Mr. Halique. So the famous French sculptor wasn't a Frenchman after all, huh? Stop eating your notes, Fender. This all would certainly explain why Mr. Halique was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public. He was busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. A bunch of Zodiac statues. I guess he'll never finish them now. He never finished his greatest masterpiece. Nah, seems he was making statues for each season, but he never got around to the winter constellations. The winter constellations? You mean Taurus and Gemini? So the two he made out of ice would have completed the set. Yeah, now they're nothing but puddles. What a bummer. I'm so sorry. Oh no, Miss Brown, I wasn't blaming you. One last thing, seems he had himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make. Oh, maybe he was after her for this guy's fortune. Which means he was always strapped for cash. We're checking to see if there's any chance someone called in a debt. That's not even famous artists are safe from money problems. Actually, I think famous artists are the ones that are famously known to have money problems. Do you have any idea why he entered a confectionery context? None. Guy didn't even tell his family. I see. Family? Alright, I really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another guard. But I can't be hanging around here any longer. Understood, Detective. We'll see you again. Let me eat a piece of fruit. Piece of strawberry. He's a good man. He certainly is. And an uncompromising one. Somebody who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in. And to scare the pants off of anybody new he meets. Now, are you going to tell me about what you learned yesterday? Of course, allow me to give you a full report. Thank you for that. And allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf. I'm so sorry. It's fine, Mr. Tangaroa. As I told her yesterday, the important thing is that we learn the truth in the end. Would you mind if I ask you a question or two? By all means, I'll gladly share all that I can. What can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round? Let's see, there was Miss Scone. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, so I had to disqualify her. Mr. Gusto's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through the semi-final. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. And there was actually something a little unusual about his entry for oh? Which was? It tasted identical to Mr. Frost's. It may have looked different, but I could have sworn I was eating the same thing. Something was wrong with his taste buds. Huh? What exactly does the work look like? Oh, there should be a photograph back at my mansion. Wait a second. Hang on a second. He lost his sense of taste, but there's something about the salty thing. Could he have accidentally gave everyone salt instead of sugar because he can't taste the difference? Oh. They should be okay. We'll think of that later. I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edward. Must appreciate it, Miss Bound. With Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime. So you were able to finish judging him, even though his body has been discovered in the meantime. Yes, I wasn't aware of what had happened until I had completed my assessment. Mr. Frost was in his room when I visited, so they took the liberty of sampling a bit. Part of the liar, I believe. I never tasted anything like it. It was like a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song. Oh yeah! You can't taste the difference between salt and sugar. I'm sorry, but are you saying that the liar tasted good? I'd like to hear more about that if you don't mind. Okay, wait. Maybe it's not that he can't taste anything, it's that he... like, bad things he thinks taste good, and good things he thinks taste bad. So that means the chocolate that she made and gave him tasted disgusting. Oh my god, we've met the only person who can eat Otai's food! You're quite sure it was the liar you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work? I'm certain of it. It was part of the Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in that display case. Mr. Tangaroa, would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me? So the part you tried was the liar, the one shown here without any strings. Oh, there were strings originally. That was the part I ate. Oh, so the strings were missing because Mr. Tangaroa ate them all, and he enjoyed them. Miss Scone told us he ate a part of the liar as well. She said it was far too salty for her to finish. Then it's true. The truth is, I've suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste. Something wrong? How so exactly? There's a taste disorder characterized by an inability to detect salty flavors. Okay. And I suspect I've been suffering from it. I eat so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice. There's no denying it now. That would explain why the food here seems so bland to him. Oh, because he can't taste salty. Okay, so that's what's wrong with his taste bud. What? But your taste buds are your life. Okay, so maybe her chocolate. There's nothing wrong with her chocolates then, because they were sweet. Even if there was some long-term treatment option, I highly doubt a total cure for your condition exists. Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for a proper evaluation. Oh, that won't be necessary. I have a recipe for a cure back at my mansion. You do? I do. You can take a look at it yourself. A cure? Samson, we can't show that recipe to just anybody. Judy, Mr. Edgeworth is hardly just anybody. He's my attorney. I have no secrets from him. Yes, you're right, of course. If that is what you wish. Why on earth is a secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding? Oh my god, there's just like more questions now. What the fuck? I don't think we've resolved anything. I suppose I should be getting back. Alright, we'll be right behind you. Judy? Yes, Simpson? There's There's more to life than just me. Please, Judy, think about the life you want to live. Because I won't always be around. Don't say that! Without you, I don't have a life to live, so I'll be waiting right there at the mansion until you come home. Now, if you'll excuse me... Wait, if Redworth died, if Gregory Edgeworth died before they could have resolved this case, what happened to this guy? Wait, Miss Bound. Judy. She seemed really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eyes. Why'd you even say all that to her? Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own. What do you mean? The Lee collection, the candy making. It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. But you got the guilty verdict? Hell no. I just want her to be her own person, to choose her own destiny. The last thing I want is for her to miss out on all that life she has to offer because of me. Maybe because he got a guilty verdict, she now wants revenge. That's why she set up that gas trap or something. I guess that makes sense. He really does see her as his own child. What parent wouldn't want their child to walk their own path? What parent wouldn't do everything they could to protect them? Ah, shut the hell up, Gregory! I'm not here to cry today! I know exactly how he feels in this moment. I think I've asked you of everything I can for now, Mr. Tangaroa. We should be getting back to the scene of the crime. Oh, you're leaving. I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session. Ah, yes. We'll have to do something about that. You'll speak to the police for me. That too, but I'll be putting something else in place as well. An ace up our sleeves for when the time comes. An ace? I look forward to learning more. I'm counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth. We'll be back to brief you, Mr. Tangaroa, every day. And Judy too. Thank you, Eddie. I look forward to it. Mr. Tangaroa, your interrogator would do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If can't, Mr. Ronkarma will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts. It'll make it that much harder for me to say. One thing I always hated is really that shitty practice of forcing a confession out of someone when they have no other evidence. I honestly hate that. It fucking pisses me off. And Ace, attorney, investigations 2, prosecutor's Gambit. I understand, and I'll try. I won't give up until you're out of there, Mr. Tangaroa. You have my word on that. Okay, we're back here. Detective Bad, thank you again for what you did earlier. Yeah, thanks a ton. What are you talking about? There's no need to be shy about it. Never mind that. Now, I'm guessing you two are back here looking to investigate. We are indeed. We'll need something solid if we're gonna save Mr. Tangaroa. Well, I hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, the whole place is on lockdown. What? We need to see those other 2 rooms. This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume. Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. You guys probably got a hand in that too. Don't expect to speak with anybody except us cops in this bound. Everybody else is gone, and I doubt Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers. Is this all just a game to him? Why does he have to go so far? So what's your plan of action, detective? Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth like I promised. You have my gratitude. Just you wait, Mr. Von Karma. We're gonna be you and your bag of dirty tricks. Gregory, this is a voice from the future. Avoid going into any elevators for the next year, please. Detective, may we conduct a brief investigation of this area? Sure, but like I said, everywhere else is off bounds. You probably won't be seeing those rooms again. That's fine. As long as there's at least some way of continuing our investigation, we'll make do. Silent message from the future. Burst one covers kneecaps. Okay, so we only can investigate this area. Okay. Seems the instruments were used on Mr. Tangaroa's and Miss Bound's TV show Bacon Bob. There's a few things here that aren't made of candy. Is it just me, or does the detective seem a little disappointed? Oh, he wants them to be made out of candy. There's a drum set here decorated to look as if it were made out of cakes. They must play it on Bacon Bob. Detective, about these drums. We already checked, there's nothing inside any of them. And no sign of anything having been put inside or taken out either. They're not relevant. Okay. You've already done your homework, I see. Yeah, I made like lollipops a little too much, but I'm no sucker. Okay, so these things are irrelevant. Oh! There's a liar here and some maracas designed to look like ice cream cones. Do not mention maracas to me. All I think about are fucking Hetsu. They're so well made that it's hard to tell what candy and what's not just by looking at it. I reach out and touch them, but then I'd be disturbing the crime scene. Hands off, I already checked them out. They're real. Check them out. How exactly did you manhandle vital evidence, detective? I didn't touch them. Not with my hands, at least. Oh, he licked them. Never mind, I don't want to picture it. He took a bite out of it. This sign shows which artist work is on display in which room. From left to right, Mr. Tangaroa, Mr. Gusto, Miss Scone, and Mr. Frost. Incidentally, the sign is also made from candy. What were we going to do with all this candy? Was somebody going to eat it when the contest was over? No, it's probably all gonna get thrown out. The statues on the fountain depict cherubs enjoying some chocolate fondue. All Halik's work, apparently. Gotta hand it to them, they look so real. Detective, are you saying you have personally seen cherubs before? Attorney's always poking holes in people's words. Oh my god, no! He's there. This is just playful banter. What, did I do something wrong? I love these two so much. I miss them. God, like, why do bad things only happen to hot people? These trophies all belong to Mr. Tangaroa. But they're not all for confectionery contests. Some appear to be for charity work. A testament to both his character and his professional achievement. What's this one here? In recognition of Bacon Bob's long-standing achievement in making children's dreams come true. That's so sweet. It's even got me wanting to watch it. I read Bacon's Baka. The sussy Baka. This is quite the trophy. Awarded to Tangaroa, First Place International Confectioners Association Annual Spectacular. Made of candy. Guess it wasn't meant to last forever. Makes sense. Prizes, fame, none of it lasts forever, right? Doubt it's anything quite that deep. That's the door to Gusto's room. Guess the candy reindeer is meant to show the way. Big antlers like that must be a bull. I think not. Male reindeers shed their antlers in winter. Therefore, this must be a female. Thanks, Mr. Trivia. Oh my god, he's just like Miles Edgeworth with the actually. Don't teach you about reindeer in law school, detective. Okay, but he does it in a less, like, annoying way. Like, Edgeworth sounds like a Redditor. Reddit mod. A Santa Claus statue. Is this made of candy too? Had to release Tangaroa's room, so yeah, could be he made that thing too. Speaking of Santa, that reminds me, I still need to find a present for Miles. Aww, he wanted an attorney's badge. Aww! I wonder if Mr. Tangaroa would make one out of candy for me if I asked. He totally would. You better ask. Authorized personnel only, meaning what? I'm not authorized? So sorry, sir, no authorized personnel either. So nobody's allowed in. Let me guess, Von Karma's orders? Guys really started to grind my gears. Okay, so we can't go in there. I hate Von Karma. Everybody, all my homies hate Von Karma. Fuck him. It's marked by a snowman, a candy snowman by the look of it. Oh yeah. Will I be? Really sizing it up. He isn't thinking, okay, Bad wants to eat the snowman, okay. It's a Christmas tree made from candy. These candy statues have everybody on edge. Ants get in here, that's our scene ruined. Yes, it would be pretty the statues, I suppose. Thank God it's winter. Miss Bam, we're here to continue our investigation. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm so sorry about earlier. She's still looking kind of down in the dumps, Mr. E. She must have... she must have been greatly taken aback by what Mr. Tangaroa had to say. I found a photograph of the semi-final entries for you. Here, it's all yours. Okay, Scone, Gusto, Frost. Wow, Miss Scone sure knows how to make a cute cake. Yes, Samson loved the design for that one. And he loved the designs and flavors of Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries too. Only problem was, as Samson mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, their respective entries for the final tasted nothing alike, it seemed. Is there anything else of note that changed between the semi-final and the final? Nothing major, but I guess there was one thing. Mr. Gusto's son was always here with him throughout the contest. But he was nowhere to be seen during the son? Why would his son come and hang out at a contest venue of all places? You're sure you're happy for us to keep hold of this? Of course, it helps with you. Okay, she's like, okay. She's less and less suspicious the longer I talk to her. But she is suspicious in the present though. Or in the future from here. Oh, and I also have the book containing the recipe for the cure Samson mentioned. We've seen this book before. It was in the chocolate frame in Tangaroa's room. That's right, he put it on display there so everybody could see the grand prize. What? So the cure is in the ultimate cookbook? So it's not a book of dessert recipes, I take it. Oh no, we told the contestants, of course. Guess nobody told you yet. The contestants all knew what the ultimate cookbook was this whole time. Maybe Gusto's son also has the same illness or disease, whatever, and he wanted the book for the cure. Because why was his son relevant here? I'd like to hear more about the cookbook if you don't mind, Miss Bound. So if I understand correctly, the ultimate cookbook is actually a collection of recipes for different medicine. Exactly, or rather, totally new medications that haven't been made to market yet, to be precise. That can't be saved. To the right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example, it would be worth a... Okay, so she wasn't just hungry. She was a spy! Oh my god, everybody's suspicious now. Oh my god, oh no. A spy and hungry. But why make that the grand prize in a confectionery contest? Manga Tangaroa is the sole heir to the Tangaroa family fortune. Perhaps you've heard of the Tangaroa group. I knew he was rich. The Tangaroa group? Yeah, I think I've heard of them somewhere before. It's a major pharmaceutical company. Sells all kinds of pills and poisons. Oh yeah, that new Cold Killer Pro has been making some real waves since it went on sale. I always reach for a cold killer when I'm feeling under the weather, which is never as far as I've seen. I'd like to hear more about the Tangaroa group if you don't mind. So did Mr. Tangaroa not want to take over for his parents and go into family business? No, he preferred the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. Oh, he knew Big Pharma fucking sucks. And his parents supported him in his quest to become the best in the world. Oh, wow. Isn't that rare? What's that like? Then when they passed away, he inherited the cookbook. But why would he make such a valuable heirloom a mere contest prize? He's been hounded by so many people looking to make that book their own. He was tired of it. But it would have been an insult to his parents' memory simply to give it away. So he decided to find somebody he felt was worthy of it. Apparently none of these people were worthy. I'll bet the board of directors loved that. Handing over the fruits of all their expensive research to someone else. They hated the idea, of course, which is why Delicia entered the contest. The Tangaroa group wanted her to win the book back for them. Oh, so you knew she was a pharmacist all along? Yes, and not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's tastes. I tried to help her win. But why? I wanted to protect Samson by protecting the Tangaroa group. That cookbook fell into another company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I wanted to find a way to keep it with the company, but in a way that Samson couldn't object to. So that's how Miss Scone managed to make it so far in a contest she had no business taking. Oh no, okay, so they explained that loophole. Miss Scone wasn't the only one pretending, was she? Mr. Frost wasn't really a confectioner either. And he still made it all the way to the final just like she did, not bad. Yes, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculptor and a gifted crafter of desserts too. Gifted indeed, judging by the standard of his work in the final. But how did one man produce pieces of that size and quality in such a short period of time? I'm not sure I have much more to tell you. There's something sus going around here. If there's anything else I can help with, I'd be happy to help, okay? She's certainly very keen to ensure that she does all she can for Mr. Tangaroa. I could certainly use a cup of the tea you made us yesterday if you wouldn't mind. I think that might help move the investigation along nicely. Oh, I'll have some too. Your tea's to die for, Miss Bound. Well, how could I possibly refuse? I'll bring it right out. Okay. Something, she's still hiding something from us. I don't know if she's completely sus, but like, You know, I think that cheered her up a little. Oh, she's gone. Okay. Well, now what do I do? There's the elevator. I haven't. Yeah. Where does this elevator go? The second floor. Tangaroa and Bound live up there. How's your water? Oh, it's okay to drink now. Thank you. Okay, I'll drink some water. Sounds like they live a pretty charmed life. Tea parties, candy making, that kind of thing. They even have a garden. Must be nice on a sunny day. It does sound nice. Perhaps they'll invite us when all of this is over. You'd come, wouldn't you, detective? Don't get ahead of yourself now. I'm not in the habit of palling around with attorneys. What else have we not examined yet? Oh, we didn't talk to this guy. Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating? Sir, I'm analyzing the fountain water to see what might be in it, sir. And what did you find? Chocolate, and what looks like the kind of flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir. The composition of the chocolate seems to be the same as that of Mr. Tangaroa's work. And the flavorings coloring match the profile of those used in Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. Those little rivers flow from all 4 artist rooms right here to this fountain. Guess that's how the stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in there. It's not all, sir. We also found blood. Blood? What? Why is there blood in the water? Think back to our investigation of the murder scene, detective. Taking a look at the scene in front of us, detective. Oh yeah! Somebody removed the pool of... I forgot about this! The victim's blood was mysteriously absent, as was part of the chocolate chest it had pooled on. I believe that the blood probably belonged to... It can only belong to him. The victim, I'll have the guy compare it with the blood on the murder weapon. What does that sound? It's a match. The blood in the fountain is... Wait, is that how the body in the prison got into the fountain? It flowed over through one of the rooms or something? Why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream and into the fountain like this? Fountain's fountain. They're about to get rid of it, right? Can you still find blood if it's been submerged in water? Hang on a second. Is that how that works? Probably? I guess. So we've learned a little more about the contest participants. But there's still one question involving Mr. Gusto for which we never got an answer. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps he... Oh yeah, why did he go in? Blood has cells and all of that. How are you supposed to find it in a big pool of water though? What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room? Guess that's not all. I also have questions about the work he submitted for the semifinals. A confectioner who admits to lacking design sense and a sculptor with it in spades. You drink it until something tastes different, but the blood gets diluted if there's this much water. You know what? I'm not gonna question the game ever again. Mr. Gusto could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself, which is why I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Frost. Detective, I need to ask Mr. Gusto 3 more questions. His story still doesn't quite add up for me. Me neither. We need to figure out how to get in touch with him. Oh, do you now? Who is this? God damn it. Ugh. Oh, please. Good luck with that, because I have no intention of allowing it. Push him in the fountain, please. Push him in the fountain. Mr. Von Karma. I am already in the midst of my own investigation into Gusto, so there's no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same questions again. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have. Oh, will you be happy? Sorry, I burped. Sorry, I burped right in your face, Von Karma. He seemed dead set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto, in which case... Fine, then allow me to take you up on your offer. You ain't sorry. Yeah, I'm not sorry. Very well, what is it? I'd like you to tell me more about the connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost. Oh, fuck, are we doing this? Okay, hang on. This is so sudden. The connection between Gusto and Frost was simply a matter of coincidence. They both happened to be taking part in the same contest. Oh, that's it? That's all? That's all I have to say. What? But that doesn't help us. We'll have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. It's imperative that we do. He's clearly hiding something. Yeah, when isn't he hiding stuff? When isn't he hiding evidence? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? What evidence do we have? It's the fact that their creations tasted the same, probably. Let me press on everything.
Hold it.
Yes, there must have been a connection of some kind. And if you would cease your baseless interruptions, I'll happily tell you what it is. And if there was a courtroom, I would have removed you for contempt. But isn't that solely the judge's purview? Yeah, a Judge Von Karma would probably have dancing to his tune. But even judges are scared of him? It won't be an easy trial, that's for sure. Please, Von Karma, continue. I missed the judge.
Hold it.
The bald one. Granted, it may have simply been a coincidence that they both entered the same competition, but that doesn't rule out a connection of some other kind between the two of them. I do hate to repeat myself, but if you do not have any pertinent evidence, then kindly keep your mouth shut. Okay, at least until I find evidence that proves. Okay, a connection. Should I keep my mouth shut or not? Okay, so it seems Mr. Von Karma is keen to keeping us away from the truth, which means the truth must seem inconvenient to him somehow. Has something in common. It's the fact that their desserts taste the same. That's the only thing I can think of. Present.
Objection.
Okay, it was right. I wonder if you could look at the two confections in the foreground for me, Mr. Von Karma. They were made for the contest semifinals. Both are quite exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree? Oh, I just understood. They're working together because one of them has no design sense but is a great baker, and then one of them is has a great designer but doesn't know anything about baking. They're working together. Oh, I just got it. I just They call me useless winner for how slow I understand things. Get to the point. As the nameplate suggests, these were Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries. Mr. Gusto told us that confectionery design was far from his strong suit, And yet his work in a picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good, in fact. We learned from another witness that their two entries also tasted exactly the same. What are you suggesting? I am suggesting that they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Well, at first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different. Literally, the roses are the same. It soon becomes apparently that there are significant similarities to how they were put together. They are made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share a similar design aesthetic. This picture is proof positive that the two were working together. If you figured out that much, I suppose there's little point in denying it. So Ricardo knew all along that they were cooperating. Well, I'll warn you, none of what you're about to hear will be to your advantage. It ain't over. Let me confirm what you seem so desperate to prove. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together. Gusto spelled out the details of his relationship to Frost during his questioning last night. It seems they were helping one another right until the day before the final. What happened? Why? So, you knew that the two were cooperating. Mr. Karma, why are you trying to bury the truth? Please, enough with the petty slander. I merely wanted to avoid you poking your nose around before I could provide proper context in court. Simply slipped my mind to explain that to you. Doesn't explain why he's being so slippery with the facts, though. I need to figure out what it is he's hiding. I can't let things end like this. It's the fact that he's blatantly, like, hiding evidence and then nobody gives a shit. It pisses me off. Okay. So you did know that there was a connection between the two. Why were you trying to hide it? I don't just hand out information like candy, certainly not to the defense. Not like that lollipop nursing fool of a detective over there. Oh, you do things your way and I'll do them mine. And you wonder why I refuse to share information with a traitor like you. Traitor, as if this is a fucking war.
Hold it.
Last night, after Mr. Frost's work melted, correct? Yes, I interviewed Gusto personally. Yeesh, one-on-one with Mr. Von Karma. That must have been terrifying. I imagine Mr. Gusto probably meditated his way through the difficult parts. He most certainly did not every time he closed his eyes. I brought him back with an almighty snap. No one dares to plead the fifth with me. I even work on him. And that is how I was able to perfectly learn every last detail of Gusto and Frost's relationship.
Hold it.
But why were they cooperating? Gusto's sense of design is subpar, and Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. Neither of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone. So what was their endgame? Ew, endgame mentioned. Why cooperate only until the day before the finals? Gusto claims to have ended the scheme. Allegedly, he wanted to win the final on his own merits. His one and only goal really was to be crowned the world's best confectioner. And his pride would not allow him to do so with the help of another. What about his son? Cheaters can only ever win hollow victories, I guess. He's under the impression that their collaboration had only lasted through the semifinals, but I'm starting to think that it might have lasted up through the final itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you some more about how long they worked together for, if you don't mind. If you must.
Hold it.
You really believe that they were cooperating until the day before the finals and just simply stopped? That seems a little strange to me, wouldn't you agree? I've told you the truth. Whether you find it strange or not is none of my concern. He was concerned enough to try to hide it from me only a few minutes ago, though. Which means there must have been a reason for that. Based on Mr. Tangaro's assessment, it sounded as if Mr. Frost's entry for the final was the clear winner. I mean, he must have still been working with Mr. Gusto, right? Precisely what I was thinking. Must have some okay. We have evidence that they were still working together even throughout the finals. Oh, let me see. Let's see. Is it her statement? Because she said the sculptures were delicious. I think that's what we need to present. Okay.
Objection.
There we go. They weren't working together during the finals. I find that a little hard to believe. Miss Scone is on record as having described Mr. Frost's creation as scrumptious. And while he was certainly skilled, I doubt even he could have become a world-class confectioner overnight. It seems far more likely to me that he and Mr. Gusto were still cooperating during the finals. How many times must I explain this to you? Assertions require proof, and one person's entirely subjective statement is not proof of anything. Besides, even amateurs can occasionally make delicious food. Perhaps Frost was simply lucky. My wife, for example, is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame. Wakama loves his wife? Out of character. He has a wife? Wait a second, she's not dead? She didn't divorce his ass already? How is that not an entirely subjective statement? Furthermore, you are ignoring another crucial part of the pharmacist's testimony. Namely, that she also described some of Frost's work as having been unbearably salty. In other words, your evidence perfectly shows that Frost failed to produce the perfect confectionery. Ugh. Oh my god, even the ugh is the same as Edward. No more objections, I take it. Must be some way I can prove that Gusto and Frost were still collaborating. Mr. E, there's something that's been on my mind. Yes, what is it, Eddie? Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, wouldn't it have taken a while to make? I would imagine so. Making flavored waters, freezing it all, and then carving 2 whole sculptures? Could he really have done all that and helped Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I've barely gotten as far as the setting the flavored water up to freeze part. I just can't see how Mr. Frost could have pulled it off. There is something sus there. Perhaps there's some lawyerly instinct in you after all, Eddie. Your ponderings certainly point to another possibility. You fucking ate them notes. Eddie's right. Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavored ice to create his art, and there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest. So what must Mr. Frost have done in order to finish his favorite ice entry within... he made the ice stay before the final, right? Is that against the rules? Let me reread the rules. It's not part of the rules, though. I mean, sure, probably this. He must have made the flavored ice the day before, then all he would have to do was sculpt it. What are you muttering about now? Oh, I'm sorry, I just realized something, that's all. I realized that you're correct. What? Mr. E? Oh, I hope you know what you're doing. Oh, accepting defeat at last, are we? The only thing I'm accepting is that perhaps one of the things you said was true. They were helping one another right until the day before the final. Just as you said, the day before the final really did mark the end of their collaboration. Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice. Ice that which would have needed at least a day to freeze, and whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto. Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me, that he helped Frost until the day before the final. In that case, why did Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return? I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead.
Objection.
Perhaps not, but I imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us, so why don't you let us speak with him? Or do you still insist your interrogation was as thorough as you claim? How dare you call my methods into question? It's not my intention, but I just don't understand why you would obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. Give me one good reason as to why you're keeping Mr. Gusto. Yeah, why can't the defense interview the witness, huh? One good reason? Certainly. The how and why of Mr. Frost and Gusto's collaboration have absolutely no bearing on this case.
Objection.
How can you possibly say that with any certainty? If the relationship had broken down for some reason, that could very well have been the motive behind this murder. Could it indeed? Then why did Gusto himself tell me all about it? Why did the man you seem so keen on accusing share the details of his collaboration with the prosecution? It's because he's trying to get the other guy. Please tell me you have some proof to back up your preposterous suspicions this time. Mr. Gusto only acted suspiciously one time that we know of. And I imagine Mr. Von Karma is aware of exactly what that suspicious action was. Is when he went into that guy's room, right? Which means this is probably a trap. Well, cat got your tongue? But even if this is a trap, I can't back down now. Mr. Gusto snuck into Mr. Frost's room, and we still don't know why. That fact alone is enough reason to suspect him. Or to suspect him. If that's your only concern, then allow me to clear it up for you. I knew it. It was a trap. I was saving this for the trial, but consider it a taste of things to come. Plus, I'd hate for the proceedings to drag on because of your needless interjections. Here, take a look at this. That's Gusto and Frost and their son. Okay, but maybe he is not. Maybe he isn't her dad. Her real dad. Their sons. Gusto's son visited his father daily up through December. Right. What happened to his son? To this dude. Gusto snuck into Frost's room in order to retrieve this photograph. But why? It seems their son attended the same elementary school. Gusto was concerned at the fact that Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under undue suspicion. Okay, these people are so dumb. Like, what? Okay, so this photograph being there that our sons knew each other is gonna make me a suspect. So I'm gonna do something even more suspicious by sneaking into their room to hide this one tiny little detail. Oh yeah, surely not gonna get me caught. Concern that you have just proved was entirely well-founded. Gusto's actions make perfect sense, and you have given me no reason to believe otherwise. Uh-oh. No, don't back down now. Gregory! Gregory, no! He's never going to let me talk to Mr. Gusto. Now, if you're quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with. Oh, should have pushed him in the fountain. That smug, self-righteous jerk. I'll give him something to be getting on with. What do we do, Mr. E? Mr. Tangaro's finished if we can't figure something out. Things to be getting on with? What exactly could those things be? Has a body, a murder weapon, and a suspect in custody. If the prosecution means to pursue Mr. Tangaroa, surely they have all they need. So why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating the scene of the crime? Something on your mind, Mr. E? You're missing something important. Mr. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangaroa, and yet he still doesn't seem entirely confident of his case. If he was, why refuse to share information with Detective Bad? He gotta stop eating the notes. It takes me out every time. Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet. Either guy's probably got a hand in that. Oh, autopsy report. Oh, interesting. Maybe something about the body that makes it so his argument doesn't work. In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. You know, the look at the scene in front of us, very close. Okay, pool of none of the victim's blood was found in Tangaroa's room. It was in a pool though, right? Right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood. Okay, yeah. Evidence that turned up not in Mr. Tangaroa's room, but in a most unusual place. To match the blood. Okay, frost blood was detected in the water of the fountain. So there were no traces of Mr. Frost's blood left in Mr. Tangero's room, yet we found some in the fountain instead. Why? Are we supposed to connect these two? Nothing else I can connect, right? It just flowed into the fountain. Why did we need... Didn't you already make that? Okay, you know what? Okay, the game is just making sure I'm still paying attention. Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene. Don't question... Yeah, I'm not gonna question it. Well, trace of it showed up at the fountain. Why go through the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body has been discovered? And why only the blood? Surely the body would have also been in the way. Wait, could someone have moved the body aside to get to the blood? Oh, did it find fingerprints on the body or something? So the body might have been moved aside or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there's still no autopsy report. We've learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspect, but very little about the body itself. Our assumption thus far has been that the body has been recovered by the forensics team. What if that assumption is... They lost the body? Oh my god, that's why it showed up in the... That's why it showed up in the present? What? What if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report out of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way around all along? The question isn't why did Mr. Von Karma hold back the information. It's did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body hadn't been removed by the police in order to carry out an autopsy. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival. Oh my god! Wait! Mr. E, we've both heard the rumors about Mr. Von Karma's questionable methods. Fabricated witness statements, shady deals, forged evidence even. He's such a big brain, oh my god. I know! Oh! Surely everybody's heard of that stuff, but what's that got to do with us right now? Hi, Babe Jerky! How are you doing? Welcome to stream. I would never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone, even Mr. Von Karma. Oh, you absolutely should judge him based on those rumors because it's real. It's true. I'm having a bad day, so I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My PC, bro. Oh, that sucks. Is it completely bricked? Did you end up fixing it, or are you looking to fix it right now? I turned it on, then it turned off itself, then turned on, then turned off, and it kept going. Oh no, oh, that's concerning. My dad can check it when he gets home in 4 hours, so I'm suffering. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Okay, I'll wait until the ad comes back. Let me take a drink of water. I fucking hate technology because it just randomly do things that doesn't make sense when it was like fine just a few hours ago. And it's like you didn't even change anything about it either. It's not like you were messing with it. I might get a new one because I had that for a long time. I mean, yeah, I mean if pretty good like excuse to get a new one. My PC have been taking longer to build recently. It's painful. Oh my god. Well, I really do hope you can figure out what's wrong with your PC, and if not, I hope you can get a new one. But yeah, that sucks, man. That always sucks when technology doesn't look. Might look like it went through both World War I and World War II. Okay, maybe it's time for a new PC. Stop traumatizing your PC. Yeah, let me continue. Even Mr. Von Karma, I've tried my best not to let my preconceptions color our interactions with him. Nonetheless, it appears he may indeed be willing to twist the truth to his own ends. To twist the truth, you mean he's been playing dirty? Is it bad I can't concentrate with Gregory? I understand. He's too hot. I get it. I fear he might have been and still is. And I'm not about to let him get away with it. Let him know! Let him know! I'm returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about anything to that infernal attorney. Yes, sir. Well, this infernal attorney already know your tricks, your games. Your tricks and games. Yes, what is it now? I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain fact you've been keeping from us. Really? You mean to call the methods of an officially sanctioned investigation to question yet again? I'm warning you, if you obstruct the police in their work any further, there will be consequences. Objection. It's not the police I have an issue with, Mr. Von Karma. It's you! Let them know! Let them know! What? Isn't it on the prosecution to work out who the real culprit of a crime is? What foolishness is this? I have no intention of debating what the prosecution's role is or is not with the likes of you. Let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Believe me when I say I leave absolutely no reason for doubt when I present my perfect, unassailable cases. Here's the thing about him, okay? He didn't even go through any like trauma or backstory where he was like where like something bad happened to him and like a criminal was let go. Yeah, no, yeah, he's straight up just evil. He's straight up just doing this because it gives him an ego boost.
Objection.
And how far would you go for your perfect cases? Would you create facts out of whole cloth, perhaps? Ha, and I thought you had outdone yourself already. But now you intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence? I do, because it is why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bad from doing his job at every turn. What are you talking about? You didn't shut him out of the investigation because you wanted him to keep an eye on us. You did it to stop him from finding out that you don't have the body. What? He doesn't have the body? Ridiculous, you're clutching at straws. I will tolerate no more of your preposterous slander. Now allow us to examine it. Prove me wrong if you can. Ugh, if I'm free, you'll have to try a little harder than that. Oh my god, I want to fucking deck him in the head. And punch his big ass forehead. Trip him over. I'm under no obligation whatsoever to prove your baseless accusations one way or another. You didn't deny it! See, he didn't deny it!
Objection.
And you must have seen for yourself a piece of bloody chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear? Where did it go? What does that matter? Some blood was missing from the chest where the body was found. So what? So what indeed? That's precisely my question. What do you mean, so what? That means the crime scene was oh my god. Oh. This just pissing me off. If the body was still in the scene when the police got here, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let us suppose for a moment that the body was not. If someone had wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room, then it all makes perfect sense. What is this petty obsession with the blood stain? Since it's so important to you, why don't you tell me where you believe it went? Of course, after all, evidence is everything, as you never tire of telling us. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely. It's not like a crime was... Yeah, it's not like a crime was committed. Why is the blood relevant, you ask? Okay, where the blood went. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Is in a fountain, right? That's what we figured out. Traces of the victim's blood were found in the fountain. He didn't even check! Oh man. Along with the traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangaroa's room. I believe the missing piece of bloodstained chocolate was dumped into the stream that flows into the fountain. Which strongly points towards one certain fact. Someone purposely disposed of the blood after the body has been removed from the chest. Oh, let's go! The music's going up! Get him, get his ass. Mr. Von Karma, where did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me. Where do you get your hands on that kind of evidence? From my brain, Von Karma. I thought it up. You have neither the authority nor the means to carry out that kind of analysis on the fountain water. He literally just talked to the guy there. No, but I do. Curse you, Bad. You've been a thorn in my side from the moment you were assigned. Well, no longer. As of now, you are officially off the case. I was barely on it in the first place. Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Will you admit it? Will you confirm that nobody was ever found? No body was ever recovered. It's really quite the claim, you know, and one for which you'll never find any proof for, I'm afraid. Just go fucking to the coroner's office and say, can I see the body? And it's not even there! I can't believe this dude. I can't believe him! Ah! Oh my god, I wanna fucking bash my head into a wall. What must I do to get an answer out of him? Now, if you don't mind, I've given you quite enough of my precious time already. I look forward to destroying you in court, Gregory Edgeworth. I look forward to you being in prison. Your precious logic and theories won't save you then. Nothing will. Mark my words, Mr. Von Karma. Your methods will be your undoing. Okay, but literally in court, if he was like, he brings up the fact like, oh yeah, where's the autopsy report? I don't see an autopsy report. And then, and then like, Von Karma's gonna be like, oh, this is awkward. Okay, but okay, you know what? I just thought of maybe Von Karma isn't, you know, he's not afraid to even make up like a fake dead body. I think he has the guts to do that. I think he has the evil and the guts to do that. No matter how you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to light in the end. I hope he trips and falls into the fountain. Forgive me, detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position. Don't sweat it. It was always gonna end this way. Honestly, nobody's ever signed like me the way he did before. First time for everything, huh? You know, I think you might be right about the body being missing. I am, and I'll prove it in court. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. Since you know, I'm off the case now. That's very kind. I'm sorry to keep asking favors of you. But there is one more thing. Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Come on, let me in on the secret. Alright, Eddie, the detective and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. I think we have enough to see Mr. Tangara acquitted. But I prefer to have an ace in the hole just in case. And what is it? You'll find out in the courtroom. Wait, what? You're letting me join you? Of course I am. You are my assistant, after all. Ha, I'll be more than that. By next year, I'll be a full-fledged attorney, you know. We can take on Mr. Von Karma together. Oh no, don't mention together in next year, because that will never happen. Indeed. Though I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangara by then. But if we're up against Mr. Von Karma, I guess we can't rule out the possibility that this might take some time. Right, but we'll do everything we can in the meantime. I know you can be Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe in you. Stay away from elevators! We can't allow Mr. Tangara to remain in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And we won't. I'll expose Mr. Von Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do. It really was the last thing you did, dude! Oh my god! Nar. Oh man. Are we going? Oh, we're going back to the present. Oh man, I'm like, this seems like a good place to end it today, though. We'll continue this on Friday. I'll miss you, Gregory Edgeworth. Yeah, we all miss you. Okay. Seems seems like a good place to stop today. I'll continue. Yeah, I'll keep playing this on the weekends. Holy shit! Oh my god. It's so good. I have like way more questions now. I still okay, Judy is still kind of sus. My top one sus right now. But also Mr. Gusto is also sus now. There's like several things that's been happening. Several crimes were committed throughout this whole thing. So good, I'm so invested. Me too! I can't wait to see how it turns out. Okay, well, we'll find out later. Today, I'm gonna end it early because it's Wednesday, and I gotta go play Zenless Zone Zero. I gotta go do the Astra Yao event or whatever quest. I need to see her flirting with Evelyn. That show's crazy good. Listen, as a quick assist defender till I die, she's like literally a dream unit. But I don't know if I'm gonna pull for her because I'm actually pretty set with my two current teams right now. She can create a quick assist with any unit. That's right. Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh my gosh, she's literally perfect for me. I love quick assist. Like, imagine her in a team with Miyabi and Harumasa. It would solve all of my issues. But like, I'm fine with my current team though. Also, trigger chain attacks without stunning enemies. That's like, you know, whatever. The quick assist really is the thing. Also, the healing is huge, but I honestly don't find myself that need that much healing most of the time because of Miyabi. I'm waiting for a unit that can heal with a skill. That would be huge for me though. Evelyn also seems fun, but I think I'm also gonna skip Evelyn. You already pulled for it? Did you get her? Oh, nice. That means I would be the only one that has enough to pull for Lycon's boyfriend again then. Yeah, I'm still gonna save for Mockingbird. I just, you know, need him in my life. Need him for my Lycon team, of which I don't even have Lycon, so yeah. Understand. Low key, okay. If you did you see the leaks of his full model? That ugly ass hat? Please lose the hat. Lose the hat. Do not make him wear the hat. It's so ugly. Yeah. I'm gonna start saying in surveys, please do not give him a hat. That's my one complaint. Anyways. He'll give him an extra one on top of his hat. Oh my god. His hat is so ugly. Why would you hide that beautiful, like, a Hoge thing? Anyways, hope his hat stays off and hope his ass stays flat. With that said, I'm gonna end the stream today, and I'll see you guys next time with more Ace Attorney. Thanks so much for joining stream today. Discord stream. You want me to stream ZZZ? I mean, I can. I could. I was gonna stream it on Twitch today, but then I was like, I can't. I want to play at least a little bit of this. But then I got too into it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll think about the Discord stream because I gotta go do some stuff first. It might be too late by the time I start streaming, but we'll see. Alright. Thanks so much for joining me today on stream. Hope you guys had fun. I'm having so much fun, and we'll find out what happens next on Friday. Alright. Hope everybody has a great night and a great rest of the week. If you are currently experiencing snow in your area, stay safe out there, okay? Don't slip on any ice like I did. No. Just like yesterday. And yeah, stay warm, don't get sick, okay? Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye, good night, bye-bye.